Welcome to GitHub. GitHub is going to be the hosting platform for our Git repository. We would be using GitHub. Later in the course, we'll also use AWS Code Commit and Bitbucket as well. GitHub is kind of a default hosting platform for Git repository, but there are many. Recently, Git was also acquired by Microsoft. GitHub was acquired by Microsoft. So now it's maintained and managed by Microsoft. So first you need to sign up, you need to create an account, which is very simple. You give your username, your email address and your password and you say sign up. A verification will come on your email, verify it, and you'd be logged into your GitHub account. So I will log into my GitHub account, which I have already set up. So I am logging in with my username and password. And logged inside. GitHub provides you some free services. So I'll create the repository named as Iguana. It's a small animal, not very small also, and also looks quite ferocious. Anyways, let's not talk about that. You can give some description for your repository. Let's say conservation of Iguana. So you have option of a public repository and private repository, and this is a difference. Simple. Public repository, anybody can see it, but only you can choose who can commit. Not anybody can commit. Private repository, mostly you'll use for your internal projects and all, where you don't want to disclose your source code to the public. So it will be private, and you can create free private repositories also now on GitHub. Previously, free private repositories were not allowed, but now there are free private repositories also we can create. So let's create a private repository. Public repositories are used if you want to share your code with the public, with everyone on the internet, like open source projects or some code, something that you have written which you want to show off in the interviews and all. So you can put your code in the public repository, or you want to share with your friends. So then you can use public. But for internal work, where the data needs to be secured, you need to select private repository. And let's say create repository. You can create and initialize and readme file also. Readme file, you can put the content over there, like what is this repository all about, and then it will be displayed when you check your repository. So I'm not initializing anything now. There are some things that you don't want to keep track. In your repository, you have some files, but you don't want these files to be tracked. You don't want these files to be displayed on GitHub on a common repository. Such kind of files can be put into .gitignore file. So you give the file name, or you can give the regular expression here, and those files will be ignored. Those files will not be hosted over here. I'm clicking on create repository. Repository is created, and we get a URL here. This is the URL of our Iguana Git repository. So that will be the github.com, your account name / the repository name .git. We could have done similar thing from our local machine also. All we need to do is we create a readme file, we do git init, we run git add command, git commit, and then we can add our repository URL. That adding, so that's, we're doing it locally, and we're telling this is going to be the remote repository, and then we push the content with git push. So that's also one more way. You can do it either locally and push, or you can create on GitHub and then you can clone. So we have created it on GitHub, and we're going to take this URL. You're going to take HTTPS URL. There is also SSH URL, which we'll talk about later. So take the HTTPS URL and open your git bash. So I'm in git bash git repos directory, and here I'm going to write a command git clone and the URL. So git clone command is going to clone the remote repository locally. It will create that repository locally. The full copy, whatever we have in that, it will come. But first it will ask you for username and password. It's a private repository. You need to provide authentication. So let's give our username and password. Let's say login. For private repository, authentication is mandatory. For public repository, anybody can clone without giving any authentication. So it says you appear to have cloned an empty repository, because we have really not put any data there. That's our repository. So let's get into that directory. ls-a. So in .git directory, there will be a file config where you can see the URL of remote repository. Okay, now same thing, we are going to add some files here and we are going to commit it. So let's copy all the data from Robomatics to here recursively. Okay, I have added the data. Now I'm going to say git add dot, which is indexing, then git commit first commit on Iguana. All right, then that's done for locally, but this is a remote repository. We need to push back the content which we have created now. So we have to give the command git push origin master. So if your authentication is not safe when you're doing git push, it will again ask you username and password. Now Windows will save the credential and it will reuse that credential. So Windows has a credential manager. You can open that credential manager. So in Windows credential, you can see it has saved our authentication there. If you want, we can remove it. We have changed the authentication or we're using some other authentication, then either you can edit that or you can remove and add it again. Now since we have pushed our data back to GitHub Iguana repository, let's check it. Let's refresh. And there you go. So you see all our data. We see the commit messages also, and we see the time when it was committed. You can see here one commit. So that's our commit. What all we did in that commit? Well, it will show you everything. What all we did. We have added the files. Well, there is no changes except in this file. Okay, now let's do this again process, but this time we're going to add the data into the file and push it. We already have cloned the repository. So let's open some file, code files 12.py, testing GitHub push. Okay, so git add dot git commit -m testing git hub push methods. Okay, it says one file change, one insertion. Now this is done locally. Okay, whenever we commit anything, it's done locally in Git. When we push the changes, then only it will come back. So we can check that, you know, we'll refresh this. So there is nothing in code files 12.py. This is a separate copy now, and on my local system, this is a separate copy. When I say git push, then it will be merged. Okay, it's done. Let's refresh. Okay, now code files 12.py, you see the commit message that we did locally. So when we push, it doesn't only just push the data, it's also push all the commit messages, all the logs, all the history, everything. It will push to GitHub. So you can click on the file and you can see the content. You can click on the commit message and you can see what happened in that commit. It will show you. If you have added a line, it will show a plus, a green color, light green color, and what the content was there which was added. If you remove it, it will show you the other way. Let's test one more thing. Let's open the same file and let's remove that content and let's add some other content. Let's write something about iguana. So iguana is a herbivorous lizard, blah blah blah. Okay, anyways, let's save. Git add dot git commit -m iguana info updated. So again, this is done locally. Now let's say git push origin master. Okay, so the content and all the history is pushed. All right, you see the new commit message, iguana info updated. Let's click on that. Okay, you see there now that red color or that light red or pink color means the content is removed, the minus symbol there. That content was removed and this content was added. Who made the change? The username. When it was committed, what change was made? So you see it tracks minutely and it displays beautifully in GitHub. And you can leave comment also. Some other people who are collaborating with you can give a comment. It's like a Facebook for the developers. You know, whatever comment you have made, you should have done like this, or this is good, this is bad, something like that. You can comment it.